Hello and welcome. I'm Arthur Morgan, and you are watching DM News English. Let's watch this report.
Sean Jefferson of Walsall has been jailed for life with a minimum term of 22 years after murdering his 5-week-old daughter, Darcy Lee Jefferson. The court heard that Darcy Lee suffered devastating injuries, including 47 fractures, broken bones in both legs, and a catastrophic brain injury during repeated assaults. The fatal attack happened on March 27th, when Sean Jefferson violently shook and squeezed Darcy Lee, causing her to lose consciousness. Throughout the case, Sean Jefferson denied responsibility and kept up a false account. Amy Clark was also sentenced to 7 years for causing or allowing Darcy Lee Jefferson's death. John Ashby has admitted carrying out a racist and violent attack against a Sikh woman in her Walsall home, after following her and forcing his way inside. The court heard that John Ashby targeted the woman while wrongly believing she was Muslim and shouted anti-Muslim abuse during the ordeal. After initially denying responsibility, John Ashby changed his pleas during his trial at Birmingham Crown Court on April 21st. The judge said a life sentence will now be considered because of the seriousness of the crimes. A 27-year-old man was found seriously injured on Mott Street in Birmingham and died at the scene. Police believe he was hit by a vehicle and have arrested a 38-year-old man on suspicion of murder, while 3 other men were arrested on suspicion of assisting an offender. Noah Sibanda's parents had planned to remove him from Fairy Tales Day Nursery in Dudley shortly before his tragic death, a court heard. The 14-month-old died after Kimberly Cookson allegedly placed him face down on a cushion inside a teepee and restrained him with her leg. Noah later stopped breathing and was pronounced dead at hospital. Nigel Farage said reform would bring a fresh start and new faces to Sandwell if it wins next month's local elections. However, he did not give specific policies as the party tries to end Labour's decades-long control of the borough. Aston Villa director Damien Videgani has warned that protecting the club's culture is more important than big spending in the summer transfer window. He said financial rules continue to limit Villa's transfer activity despite the club pushing for another Champions League place. John Ashby admitted following a Sikh woman from a bus in Walsall to her home before forcing his way inside and carrying out a violent, racially motivated attack. The court heard that John Ashby targeted the woman because he wrongly believed she was Muslim and used anti-Muslim abuse during the assault. The attack happened after John Ashby tracked the woman from her workplace and followed her journey before entering her property. He later pleaded guilty at Birmingham Crown Court to rape and related offences after initially denying responsibility. Neo Graham was shot dead on Eastfield Road in Wolverhampton on February 4th last year after a firearm was used with deadly recklessness on a residential street. Despite emergency efforts at the scene, Neo Graham died from the shooting, and the men involved have now been jailed. The case has been described as justice served after those responsible for the fatal attack were brought before the court. Police sealed off Priory Gateway and Bordesley Green after shots were fired at a property near Bellplay Park. Officers were called just before 10:45 p.m. on April 20th, and while no injuries were reported, forensic teams and investigators remained at the scene as CCTV and evidence inquiries continued. CCTV, shown in court, captured John Ashby holding a weapon shortly before he carried out a violent, racially motivated attack on a Sikh woman in her Walsall home. The court heard that John Ashby used anti-Muslim abuse during the ordeal and later changed his pleas at Birmingham Crown Court after initially denying the charges. He has now admitted the offences and awaits sentencing.
Thank you for watching DM News English. Stay tuned for more updates.